we are recording now. Here's the production team that made Toprak, Sevgi and Chris. Sevgi's the writer and director, and Chris was the producer, who both produced together. And wonderful film. Everyone watching this, we don't have to worry about spoilers because this will come after the film. But I just wanted to tell you, your film's absolutely beautiful. The jury absolutely loved it. Besides it being a story that we rarely get to see and in a part of the world that people in America rarely get to see, I was going to tell you when we were talking before I started recording that the technical brilliance of it, that the quality of the filmmaking in that setting, I have to admit, I was completely taken by the story. And then afterwards I thought, my God, how challenging was this for these filmmakers to make a film with the cinematography this beautiful? And your actors did a wonderful job, and just so much, it just looks so good. It's just such a high quality film made in such a difficult setting. I just can't imagine the levels, the hurdles that you had to jump across to make this film.
Thank you very much. These all comments are exciting me so much that I cannot talk because it's my first feature film. And I would like to thank firstly thank you very much for choosing us, including us the film festival list. It is so important for me and for us, showing our movie out of my country, one story going another country. It's super exciting, and for this chance, really, I'm so grateful. I'm so what is it? So it's so meaningful for me because presenting movie, making movie, okay, it's done, but showing the movie with audience out of your country is most exciting thing. And hearing as a comment, as a nice comment, it's really making me very happy. Thank you very much.
Yeah, in the whole world, of course, that you make a movie from Germany, coming from Germany, me from Germany, going to Turkey, making a Turkish movie, and then in America, people are liking our movies, and hearing these comments is really nice for us. Thank you very much.
Wonderful. Well, so do you want to talk a bit about how you accomplished this? How long after writing the script, how long it took you to get everything set up to go shoot a film back in Turkey from your base in Munich?
So I'm Turkish and I'm coming from Turkey. Actually, I'm coming from the city town where we shot the film, and my parents are coming from the village town of the city. After our marriage, I started living in Munich last 5 years. Before our marriage, after our marriage, we always wanted to make movies. I always wanted to make also my own stories, but in the writing process, I was not finding enough as a strong enough for making a film. That's why I started to develop stories from the real life stories. And in this Toprak movie, 17 years old boy, an uncle character, the 17 years old Burak character is coming from this village town in the movie where we shot the film, and he's still living in this village town with my grandparents. He is my cousin, so that is the interesting thing of the project. When I start to write, I develop the stories, and then I found the story from my side emotionally strong enough. Then we decided to make this film, and I included the Burak inside of this film. But for the uncle character, main character, I needed someone more experience and who can give the right performance for me, someone more professional. And that's why I asked the actor, that was a known actor from Istanbul, that I sent the script to him. He liked it very much. That he said, without so big expectations, I'm coming, we are shooting all together. And that gave us very big power. So this journey started like this.
Yeah, I'm not surprised that he's an established actor because his screen presence is so strong. There's many very famous European actors whose names I'm forgetting, but those actors you see, and they just have such a presence on screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does a wonderful job really presenting part of
Yeah.
the culture that's being lost, and
Yeah.
limiting that young man's potential.
Mm.
And yet he has such charisma too.
Thank you very much.
Yes,
He,
he's
he would be very happy to hear it. I think we were very lucky that he really liked the story. That he said, by the way, he's also coming from village town. That's why living in our modern life, having small people, small life stories, it's also he liked it very much. That he said, I also feel some parts inside of me. That's why I want to be part of it. But I was really surprised the combination of the uh, um, professional actor and amateur actor, how they became together and they gave that kind of real performance. Burak always wants to be an actor, and that was the first experience for him. He also made a good job. He was sometimes excited, sometimes he didn't know how to cry and so on. I also couldn't help sometimes because I don't have a filmmaking background. I didn't study film. I studied tourism management in Antalya, but my heart way, I always wanted to make movies and I was working in the film set. That's why in this missing parts in the Burak, when he needs acting support or when he needs to make his roles, Numan, he helped him a lot. He was helping him, supporting him a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, we were a very small team because we were doing everything on our own funds, and so the team was very small, and we don't like so much big teams because it's much better for us for our working process to have a compact team. So we are maximal like 8 people there on the set. So, but the problem is the disadvantage is I'm doing the DOP stuff, the camera work, and she's doing the directing stuff, but both have the producer too. So that's why sometimes we were very happy that the Numan, that the older actor was supporting the young actor very much and helping him to get his best performance, because we have to do other things sometimes and we couldn't do this all the time.
Yeah.
Because we have to prepare everything else around us and get the people from the town away from us and so on. Yeah, but it was a big adventure doing this over there. And we had got a big support from family, from the people there. It was great. Otherwise, we couldn't have accomplished everything.
I have to say, so I guess I didn't look at the credits close enough to know that you were the DP. Wonderful job.
Thank you.
The photography just leaps off that screen. You did amazing work. Amazing work.
Someone has to do it.
And Burak, actually, I thought he did a wonderful job. And in a lot of ways, maybe it was his rawness that worked for me as a viewer, because right, he was torn between two things, and so he just seemed so natural to me as a young person.
Yeah, I think it fit very well because he was very natural. He still lives in his village town with my grandparents, and similar home, like in the movie, small home. He still lives there. I mean, he didn't act. Maybe he put his performance with the natural way.
Yeah, he's more like a passive character inside of the movie, and I think in real life he's a shy guy too, because his father's a strong guy, and like in the movie too. And yeah, I think that's happened there like this. He's growing up now. I think he will get more self-consciousness, and yeah, I think he's going in a good way. Let's see.
And the story with like, was there research involved with the story? I mean, the selling of the kidney is so heartbreaking.
Yeah.
It's just that he puts himself through that, and it's difficult, and then mother doesn't make it anyway. So difficult. Is organ selling something that you've looked at, that you researched for this?
So when I'm developing ideas for the project, that I saw this news. I saw it in the Turkish news. One person sold his kidney for the money, but he couldn't get the payment, and then he was going to police because he couldn't get the payment. So it's really make me really sad. I'm emotional person. I like making drama movies, but that was really emotional to me. Like someone selling his organ for the money. I mean, for something you can spend, and this is happening in our modern world. That was really that I said definitely be putting inside of the story. Uh, Complete movie is not one true story, but all from the real life stories it came together. This Burak life, this newspaper, and then this traditional living life form, how city people and villager people are thinking about each other. Because when I'm visiting my grandparents, the villager people, I'm always hearing they don't trust the city people. It's always interesting, same country, same city, but two different minds. Yeah, we are living in my country, culture, religion, tradition, very presented, very open. That kind of things touches me. That's why I wanted to add inside. So even the dialogues inside, like don't trust the city people, they are not trustable. Villager people telling this like this. That's why I wanted to write inside. So everything, what happened, I just took a note and I put in the movie.
Yeah, even the clash of the generations, like the older people having a big authority on the younger people and don't giving them the free will, like we are knowing this from our Western culture more. Yeah. It's very strong there that the elders are really putting a thumb on them. Even brother and sister, or this kind of uncle and the nephew. So yeah, it's really like this happening over there. It doesn't have to happen every time, everywhere, but it's the chances are high. Even this girl getting married against her will, it is happening there. It is very sad. It's different culture. It's different religion. Yeah, it's sad, but it's happening.
Yeah, actually, that was one of my notes, was to ask you. So when the girl who Brock clearly had a crush on when he was younger, when she comes to him, does she want him to propose to save her from the arranged marriage?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought she was, and he just he wouldn't forgive her, huh, for wanting to marry the city boy.
No, I think more that he's such a shy guy and he doesn't know. I think he's very helpless. He's not used.
Helpless.
He's helpless. He doesn't know what to do, and he has his fears too, and he doesn't know what to do. I think he's not a hero. He's just a boy, and he's growing up and is trying to get his own life into grip. And of course, marrying another girl or asking her or something. I mean, he has no sexual experience, nothing. So it's and he doesn't have anything to offer, of course, too, because this is something else. You have to bring something in the marriage normally, and this is not going to happen. So she's going to marry another older guy.
Yeah, I thought the inclusion of the female characters was really smart screenwriting. I thought both the college girl and the rural girl really, I think, added a lot to the story.
Yeah, I wanted to show these things because this is another movie topic also. So this children marriage is another movie we can make about it. But there is another girl, Sibel character. She's buying a fruit when she's passing sometimes, and she's always asking the Brock how it's going to school. If you need a support, I can help you. So this is the one girl who doesn't need a help. She even can support him in this our modern life. City woman, and this in village town who has a small life, and Sue character that I want to make inside of the one movie. Same female character, but two different living, two different growing up style.
Some contrast between the cultures too, because there's one, the city girl, very free, doing what she wants. She's driving her own car. She's independent, I guess. We don't know the information, but she looks independent because she can talk to another guy or other people without getting in trouble. What can happen? And the other girl is very under her father and doesn't have any school education or big school education, and is getting married at the end, and will not have a nice life, I think.
Yeah, and the way the whole story throughout, you're always showing the dichotomy. And by the way, when you talk about, the rural people not saying don't trust people from the city, I mean, that's a universal issue. I mean, even in the United States today, I've had a filmmaker from from Tennessee tell me that he thinks that people who live in Los Angeles feel more kinship with people who live in cities in Europe than people who live in rural United States.
Okay.
And I said, yeah, when I was in Istanbul, I loved everyone I met.
Yeah, Istanbul is Istanbul, right? How different Istanbul, and it's very interesting. Actually, this movie could be more tougher. Like if I go deeply on really Islamic family or parents, it's less Islamic people, and he's praying, okay. But if there's a really Islamic style family, like in our Anatolia side, Turkey, Istanbul is very modern, okay. It's like Berlin or Amsterdam or
Los
or
Angeles.
Los Angeles. Yeah, but crazy. Yeah.
Yes, but it's a good. It's good to say that every country has a rural people and the city people, and there is a kind of difference and clash. Even if it's a bigger city or whatever, it's always people find themselves somewhere else more connected to, like you said, more to Istanbul, or it will happen in Germany too. Even in Germany, it's like this when I go into the rural cities. They sometimes feel like they're less worth or something than the city people. So I can understand this,
Yeah, and I think your film does a nice job of showing respect for the rural people. I think it's very touching, and you talked about religion and Uncle Chemi, him losing faith because of what happened and no longer going to mosque. That was very powerful storytelling.
Thank you very much.
I think especially in this Islamic culture, the losing the faith is a very strong. I mean, we in our Western cultures and Christian society, it's easy to lose the faith because we are not so connected normally. But in Islamic countries, it's, when you look at Pakistan, Afghanistan, they will kill you when you say I'm losing faith. In Turkey, it's not like this strong, but it's strange. It's very strange to say this because that means that you have really issues. But he's losing faith, and he's telling this to the other people too, and that's why they're tearing apart from him. They're going apart from him. And I think the thing is that the understanding of this, it's more like respect, but I think understanding more this kind of tolerance you have to do with the rural people, even they're a little bit small-minded, like this German character. He's simple, he likes his life in poorness and poverty. And
he's not a bad character, he's just a traditional guy. This is sometimes people are wondering, is he really bad guy that he's not allowing the Burak go away? No, it's coming from respect again. So it's still like this. Burak has a father in real life, and the father is deciding for him what he needs to do. So even if he went to university, that if he says stay here, he's staying here. Right now, he found a job, father found a job, or this is always like this. It's not a bad character, it's about how tradition and small people, small life in our modern world. I really want to concentrate on it. Actually, it was so natural for me at the beginning. But when I moved to Germany, when I started to live here, then I started to understand it. Oh, it's something special in my country. It's not like this here. So that's why I started to get inspiration.
And I have to add another note. At the very end of the film, of course, when we see Burak at the university, I think he's in the library, his performance there, the expression on his face, I find it so wonderfully ambiguous. You know, it's not, it would have been the very silly Hollywood thing to show him, hey, I'm super happy and I've got friends and everything. Like you can tell he feels a little out of place. He's still not completely sure. I just think that was, please let him know that there's people in Los Angeles who think his performance was wonderful. And that last moment, I think, was one of the best.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I was not sure. I was not sure how it's ending. It is too much or not, because this is a guy who didn't have anything on his hands. That's why at the end of the movie, I wanted to finish with the hope a little bit. That was important for me. All movie shooting, it was so good. Burak performed, and he was ready all the time. He was learning the scripts very well, and he was even learning the another people's script dialogue lines and script lines. He was just learning everything, and he was just testing himself. I know this one, I can this one. He was always acting. It's very interesting. The last scene, without a word, without a dialogue, without nothing, he just lost inside of it. He just like, how will I do it? Like, I mean, you done complete movie. What do you mean you cannot dance? Like, what kind of emotion? Like, then I said like this one. I said, okay, but he couldn't make it this one, and it took a little bit longer time. He was waiting in front of the camera. Then he just think everything again, all script and all the movie what he had experienced. I mean, it was interesting without no dialogue. One scene, it came out very long time, but it came out with the emotions. I'm happy you also said good comments about it. I'm happy.
I think it was like he lost everything, and there's new beginning and there's hope, but a lot of relief too, I guess, because there were too many people were dying of his family, and it was a big sadness to him. But I think I can see always this relief inside of his face and this looking to the future, even if it's not sure what he's doing. But I think this was kind of an expression I'm interpreting for him. Because we shot this the really last day, I think, wasn't it?
That was everything after the shooting.
Yeah.
We shot everything. That was the last shooting time.
Yeah.
And that's why I also surprised, like, how come he done the hardest screens? How come he cannot? He says it's more meaningful to me. Like, what is it about this? It was his special time.
Also, it was a little bit stressful because we didn't have the location, and this was the only location we had find inside of the city center. And the university was a little bit, because of the government, a little bit afraid of letting us in shooting there. So we couldn't do this in the library of the university, so we have to go somewhere else.
Normally everything was fine. Suddenly, I don't know, my university says we have to make terrorism protection. That's why we cannot take you anymore. I was like, what exactly today? Library. They just said, I'm sorry. So I study here, I finish here, doesn't matter. We have to. That was the last conversation. Then I asked the library, city government. Most funny station in my country, I think we didn't get used to it, independent filmmakers. That's why when we are shooting the movie in Village Town, everybody got surprised. And when I asked the library, they said like, what do you mean you're shooting movie? I said, everybody's surprised again. Said, yes, can you please help me? Just like half an hour, we need to shoot something. I said, oh, okay, do then what you do. They were looking at the Village Town, they were also looking, and library, they were also looking like, okay, are you really making a movie? Yeah.
So, and that was the last thing you did. So actually, obviously, whenever you're sitting on the stage after your screening at a film festival, people ask you, how long was this shoot?
Yeah, writing the script, developing everything took 1 year, but shooting story, the movie, 18 days took. And then we made 2 more days, I think, for the general shots around of the Village Town. That is the beginning of the movie. The nature is showing up.
Some second unit shots we did then afterwards without the actors.
Yeah.
And I think we had some weeks of pre-production, like because we made the set design partially ourselves too. Only the fruit stand was made by the uncle, but this little house we had, this home from the 2 guys, from the 3 people, we found very in the beginning at our location scouting, but everybody was too afraid to ask this guy, the homeowner, because everybody said he's an aggressive guy. And we looked around everywhere else and so on, and we didn't find this house, is small, that is a little bit abandoned. That's what I want to have. And then I said, okay, let's go there and ask this guy. And he was super sweet. And he said, yes, sure thing. And we're still friends with him, and we were visiting all the time when we were there. And he's happy. Yeah. Just ask the people, I guess. Yeah. It was working out very well.
Yeah, in independent filmmaking time, so much asking questions. By asking, learning, by doing, learning, I think it made me learn a lot, this Toprak film.
And 18 days is not a long time for a film of this magnitude, of this breadth. I mean, it's, besides it being an hour 45,
And I should say, um, mostly inside of the movie, this peachy colors or pinky colors. For getting this light, we were shooting not all day times, evening times. We tried to shoot. It was not a full day, it's 18 days, but it's the half day always, or some hours of the
Yeah.
day.
Yeah. And one half day we were on the police station.
But this is another story.
Because police came and took us with us.
Military
Police, yeah, they are there. Yeah, we had some fun there, and it was going well.
That they are not used to it. They just ask, "What are you doing here?" And say, "We're making a movie here." I'm so happy my mom told me that we have to get a permission before, and I got this permission. And then they look, they were also, even military was just like, "Really? Shooting here in this town?" Like,
What are you doing here?
yeah, a little bit explanation.
But one thing we were managed to do this very quickly was, I think, this 2 camera setup we had. I had 2 cameras with me because it was my own equipment. And so I did the totals, like he's in a nice environment, and then make a close-up same time. That worked out very nicely. So we, especially for Brock, who was not going so much on continuity because he's not experienced to that. So it was better to edit and to shoot in one time, so we didn't have to repeat all the time. And also we like to do some long shots too. That's like one shots like 4 minutes or 3 minutes we like very much. And this is, of course, takes some preparation, but it turns out very well. So in the editing process, of course, and in shooting time too. So we work quickly then.
Yeah, no, I mean, again, like I said in the beginning, technically the technical beauty of the film is really quite impressive. In any setting for an independent film, let alone one shot in a rural area. It does sound very smart that you use 2 cameras at once at times, because that's,
if you have the ability, then it's working out. It's not always going, because when you have lightning or tight space, it's not working. But a lot of scenes we had, like this scene when he's dying, when the uncle's dying, we shot with 2 cameras.
Why did you say that?
Because he said it's afterwards.
Okay.
We don't have we're not spoiling anything. She's afraid of spoilers.
Why did you say that?
Yeah. And that's why everything was mostly working like this.
Yeah. Now, for me, the most important thing when I'm writing, I was always planning at the beginning, this movie should have to be slow pacing. That was the most important thing for me, because in village town, when you live there, time is not running, no any action happening. And for me, it's important to give people feeling who's watching this movie, this is the time how it's pacing in this village town, and this is the life form how it's happening here. And that's why I edited. We shot it long already. I'm so happy Chris was open in shooting time. Yeah, let's do it. And actor was also like, I love this thing here. So we shot it long already, and I had chance to edit this in the post-production side. Editing, I was so happy to make long cuttings. For some people, it's boring, but it especially made it for giving this feeling.
The raw cut was 125 minutes, wasn't
Yeah.
it? So we cut out 20 minutes to make it a little bit easier for the audience. Otherwise, it would have been super slow.
I liked it, but
yeah,
we made it.
The director's cut will come out next year.
And I was gonna, when you were talking, and is it safe to assume that you use natural light most of the time?
Yeah.
Yes, of course, because we were outside. And inside I had my practicals with me and some LED lights with batteries. So we were quite independent from generator, everything. I mean, we didn't have any crew there anyway. So I just took some 100-watt LED lights with me, and especially the night scenes, I tried to put some lights somewhere. So it's a little bit, not everything dark. I don't like that. And using the practicals was very nice too. And outside we had some reflectors and so on. Sometimes you can see maybe a little bit shaking in the face when there was wind and the reflector was whatever. And it worked out everything well, and it was perfect for us. It was a beautiful shooting location anyway, so it's much easier to shoot in a great location who's inspiring you than in a white room with the white walls or something.
Yeah, I imagine when you were doing your second unit stuff and just getting the vistas and the landscapes,
no.
It must have been hard to stop, because it really is so beautiful out there.
It is. Funny thing is, we shot in October, and it was really dusty, and everything was really dry. And when I was there in winter times, everything was green. It's really another world. It's strange to see this completely changing, because I was expecting it's desert all the time. But the people are, yeah, having their fields there. They're cropping. They're doing everything there. And yeah, we had to take out some of the greenhouses out, because they have everywhere tomato and salad, everything, and we wanted to make it really more rural, and so we had something to decide which kind of perspective we use.
Yeah, you definitely made it feel a bit desolate, I guess would be the word.
It was the plan. It is, but still there are a lot of this white greenhouses who are there, and it looks strange when you want to have a free space there, but I think we chose the right spot. Yeah, we have more material to show it in theory. We cut out her grandfather. Pity.
Yeah, it's not fitting.
Yeah, maybe make a short movie out of it.
No cameos. And how you came? Did you bring your whole crew from Germany, or did you?
Crew sounds
Crew. How big a crew? Was it?
It was, as a technical side, it was me. I brought a friend of mine from my hometown who never had a movie experience, and I said, "Hey, you want to come with me?" Okay. He had time at this time, and he helped me for this 3 weeks shoot, 4 weeks in total. And that was the camera crew. Then we had a kind of a set runner, someone who was taking the boom, who was not so experienced too, and
we had a set assistant too, one guy.
some drivers.
Mostly my family and parents had for rest of the things. And if we had another helping hands, it was from village town. They had. I was always translating from English to Turkish, English to Turkish.
Yeah, because my friend is German, me too, and we couldn't speak Turkish. They couldn't speak English, so it was not always easy to communicate. And,
but basically, you were nearly a one-man crew then.
Yeah.
Two men. You plus your friend helping, who you probably were teaching him as much as.
Yeah, kind of. I hope you learned something.
Well, I have to say, again, I would guarantee no one would watch it and think that you worked under such limits, because it really is.
Thank you very much.
I think it's more like making me free, because I don't have to take care of other people, and I don't have to tell everybody what he has to do. I do it myself, and it works out, I hope. And yeah, it was an easy environment. We didn't have so much big lights. It's good if you have small lights, you can change. It's much easier and much more natural too. I like this very much. But thank you.
All right. Well, is there anyone else you'd like to give a thank you to who helped make this happen?
First, I will always thank you guys, because after making a movie, really, the shooting time, really, so many people had. I'm thankful to Chris, my family, my old friends who works in the set. Everybody really tried to help. I'm so happy.
We can thank your mother.
Yeah, my family.
Yes, she was she was there and advising and doing a lot of background stuff. It was very good.
Rest of it after for finishing the film, then music and color grading part came. Musician liked the film very much. He wanted to work with us. Firstly, we found another musician, because it was a little bit too much. It was not fitting with the movie, like a little bit more Hollywood style. But I wanted to stay in the simple side. And color grading guy was also very happy. I always work with the people who really like the story and who put their heart, from the heart working. So that's why I'm lucky.
I would, the grading came from Marco Zaroni. I like to name the people because they earned it. Yeah. He was doing a great job matching the two cameras together, because the two Ursas we shot on Blackmagic Ursa Mini, and they were a little bit different, and he was matching them very nicely. And the music come from Shaul Bustan, who's an Israeli living in Berlin. So I'm very happy that we made a movie in Turkey and we have music from Israel. So for me, it's some kind of culture and coming together, even in this he was not on set, but at least he made a lot of nice music for us. And that's what I'm very proud of, that we have kind of connected this kind of two countries who are a little bit different.
Yeah. But I would like to add at the end, thank you very much again for including us in your film festival, that's giving this chance to us. Because maybe if it is naturally going like this, maybe I wouldn't say thank you all the time. But I have one issue that where we shot the film, the City Film Festival I submitted, they didn't take it. And it's broke a little bit. I was thinking like, oh, nobody will like the film. Maybe I really made the scenes very long. Maybe it's really boring movie. But I wanted to reflect our cultures, traditions, stuff. I mean, I was feeling so many things I put from myself. But then it's going another film festival. Okay, maybe I couldn't be local included to one film festival. But right now, internationally being in somewhere is making me more happy. I'm just. Be happy about it. Thank you very much.
Well, you should both be very proud of your work. I think it's a beautiful film, and I was very happy for your news that you won awards in Spain, I think.
Yes,
Mallorca.
Spain.
And Mallorca, and I expect that to happen more for you. So
Thank you
very much.
Thank you so much, and it was a pleasure to meet you both. And
for us too.
yeah,
If our audience have some feedback, they can write us on Facebook or Instagram. We are very happy to answer and discuss even something when they want to drop a line. We are very happy about this, and we appreciate everyone watching the movie, and hopefully they enjoy it.
Yeah.
Wonderful. All right. Well, thank you so much. I'll stop recording.
Yeah.